Hello and welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to News Cycle on Global Television, coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. I am Mukhtar Kasim. A quick reminder that Global Television is on DSTV channel 365 and on StarTimes channel 276. We begin from the National Assembly, where there was a heated debate today in the House of Representatives as lawmakers tackled the lingering non-payment of local contractors and the slow implementation of the 2024-2025 budget. The issue raised as a matter of urgent public importance by Minority Leader Kingsley Chinda and seconded by Chairman, Rules and Business Francis Wave, dominated plenary culmination in a 7-day ultimatum to executives. Global Television correspondent in the Parliament, Anita Patrick, reports.
The House of Representatives resumed plenary to the echoes of protests from local contractors gathered at the National Assembly gate. The contractors say they have completed projects since 2024 but have not been paid. Inside the chamber, Minority Leader Kingsley Chinda moved the motion citing the non-implementation of the 2024 to 2025 budget and non-payment of contractors, stressing that several promises from the Ministries of Finance and Budget have not been fulfilled despite presidential directive. Chinda reminded lawmakers that a high-level committee meeting led by the Deputy Speaker had extracted commitments from the Minister of Finance, the Minister of Budget, and the Accountant General, commitments that remained unimplemented. He warned that the hardships created by the delayed payments are worsening poverty and fueling tension across the country. The motion, considered under Order 8 Rule 5, sought a firm resolution directing key financial agencies to clear all outstanding payments within 7 days and immediately accelerate implementation of the 2025 budget.
Consequently, the House is urged to resolve that the Minister of Finance, Minister of Budget and Economic Planning, and the Accountant General of the country be given 7 days to make the aforesaid payments of all outstanding bills.
The motion drew wide support. It was seconded by Francis Waife, Chairman of the Rules and Business Committee, and overwhelmingly adopted after multiple voice votes. The House also mandated its leadership to monitor compliance and report back within 1 week for what the Speaker described as further drastic legislative action if the executive fails to act.
The contractors promised that during this 1 week we will continue to demonstrate make this policy conducive for us and inaccessible.
As the session wound down, Kabiru Amadu moved the traditional motion for adjournment, noting that the delays in budget implementation were at the heart of the tensions witnessed both inside and outside the chamber.
Sitting of plenary should adjourn for 1 week. After 1 week, when we hear from the side of the executive about this issue of non-payment and implementation of the
Next week, to enable us to consult with the executive and rectify this within 1 week.
The House has now issued a 7-day ultimatum to the Ministries of Finance and Budget, as well as the Accountant General, to pay all outstanding contractor debts and hasten the 2025 budget rollout. The leadership is expected to brief lawmakers next week on compliance. From the National Assembly, Anita Patrick reporting for Global TV News.
Let's now head to Benue State, where at least 4 farmers have been killed, while several others remain missing following a fresh attack by suspected armed herders in Anwuli Community, Oglewu District, Ohimi Local Government area of Benue State. The attacks reportedly took place on Monday and Tuesday while the victims were working on their farms. Residents told newsmen that 2 farmers were killed on Monday and another 2 on Tuesday afternoon. Some villagers are still reported missing as the attackers continue to move freely, spreading fear across the community. To some more cheering news, Global Television's Anita Patrick has been named second runner-up in the television category of the 9th OFAB Nigeria Media Awards 2025, earning national recognition for excellence in agricultural biotechnology reporting. The award celebrates outstanding journalists shaping public understanding of science and innovation in Nigeria. Our correspondent, Uyi Agbomofuegbe completes the story.
The 2025 Open Forum for Agricultural Biotechnology OFAB Media Award and Gala Night has reaffirmed OFAB's commitment to working with media houses and with regulatory partners to ensure that scientific data and farmers' experiences are accessible, understandable, and verifiable. The national newspaper reporter Juliana Agbo emerged overall best at the 9th Open Forum on Agricultural Biotechnology OFAB Nigeria's Media Awards, but it was also a proud moment for Global Television. Global TV's Aniete Patrick was pronounced second runner-up in the TV category, honored for impactful storytelling and accurate reporting on agricultural biotechnology, a field that continues to influence food security, innovation, and national development. The OFAB Awards spotlights excellence across print, radio, and television. This year, the nation's Juliana Agbo clinched the overall award after topping all three categories for her consistent contribution to science and biotechnology journalism.
And I'm so excited. It came as a shock that I became second runner-up, and I hope that it has stirred me up to do more. And next year, I'm coming back again. I just want to be like my friend who won 750,000. Wow!
This award is not just personal to me, it's also to the farmers, the scientists, and the policy makers.
Director General of the National Biotechnology Research and Development Agency, Professor Abdullahi Mustafa, commended journalists for promoting factual, research-based reporting. He said their work plays a critical role in helping Nigerians better understand agricultural biotechnology and the opportunities it offers for development.
I urge you to continue to seek out these first-hand accounts, to hold the line of accuracy, and to probe both success and risks with an even-handed spirit.
In her remarks, the Director General, Agricultural Biotechnology at the agency, Dr. Rose Gidado, noted that since inception, OFAB Nigeria has stood out as a beacon of science-based advocacy, bridging the gap between innovative laboratory discoveries and the lives of everyday farmers.
Since OFAB's inception, of course, Nigeria has stood as a beacon of science-based advocacy, bridging the gap between innovative laboratory discoveries and the lives of everyday farmers.
Meanwhile, the Niger State Governor, Umar Bago, who was awarded, represented by the lawmaker from Niger State, representing Bida, Kacha, Bako Federal Constituency, Seidu Abdullahi, acknowledged OFAB's contribution to food security, reaffirming the state's commitment to deepening farmers' understanding of biotechnology.
I think what is really needed in the agricultural sector is for us to be able to enhance productivity.
The awards, which started 9 years ago, recognize excellence in journalism with responsibility according to agency in an age of rapid information flows and social media amplification. The need for credible, contextualized reporting has never been greater. Uyi Agbomofuegbe, reporting for Global TV News.
We say a very big congratulations to Aniete Patrick on that achievement. We now return to the National Assembly, where the Nigerian Senate is launching a major investigation into the rising cases of train derailment across the country. Lawmakers say the incidents pose serious safety concern and raise questions about the integrity of Nigeria's rail infrastructure. Our National Assembly correspondent, Aniete Patrick, reports.
The Senate at plenary took a decisive step towards uncovering the causes of frequent train derailment events that have disrupted transportation and heightened public anxiety. The move follows a fresh incident on the Udrewu-Itakpe rail corridor, which derailed just 4 days after train services were restored. The alarming trend prompted a motion of urgent national public importance raised by Senator Ede Damifenone.
So we further note that the line, which resumed operations on Wednesday, October 29th, after 3 months of suspension, has within just 4 days of service experienced a series of alarming technical failures.
Senators across party lines backed the motion, describing the derailment as a sign of systemic failure within the rail sector. They accused relevant agencies of weak oversight and warned that continued negligence could lead to more dangerous consequences.
This is exactly 10 incidents on one rail line. I would suggest that we don't need to debate much about this. Rather, adopt all he has called for. This is a line that was constructed no more than 6 years ago. And this is just the southern corridor. You look at the times of derailment, over 11 derailments from 2023 to date, because the major issue now is to restore service, to restore the rail system so that it begins to work.
The Senate has now constituted an ad hoc committee chaired by Senator Adams Oshomole. The committee is expected with conducting a comprehensive investigation, including a public hearing to examine the quality of materials used on the rail lines, the condition of imported components, and the overall safety of railway infrastructure nationwide. Beyond safety concerns, the committee will also probe the terms and utilization of Chinese loans secured for Nigeria's rail projects.
The Senate has composed an ad hoc committee to investigate the persistent derailment of our rail lines and then also undertake a full-scale investigation.
Meanwhile, the Nigerian Railway Corporation has been directed to immediately identify and fix the technical faults causing the derailments and restore full operational capacity across the network. The Oshomole-led committee has 6 weeks to submit its findings to the Senate. From the National Assembly, Aniete Patrick, reporting for Global TV News.
In the meantime, President Bola Tinubu has asked the Senate to confirm Dr. Kingsley Tochukwu Ude as new Minister of Innovation, Science and Technology. Dr. Ude is Senior Advocate of Nigeria and current Attorney General of Enugu State, is to replace Geoffrey Uche Nnaji, who recently resigned from the position. A letter from the President, read by the President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, urged lawmakers to approve the nomination in line with constitutional provisions. Meanwhile, in a separate request, President Bola Tinubu also sought Senate's approval for a fresh 1.15 trillion naira domestic borrowing to support the implementation of the 2025 budget. The President says the loan is necessary to bridge the fiscal deficit and sustain government's programs for the year. The request has been forwarded to the Senate Committee on Local and Foreign Debt, chaired by Senator Aliyu Mako, with 1 week to report back. In a related development, the Nigerian Senate is preparing for a heated debate following controversial comments by United States President Donald Trump alleging a Christian genocide in Nigeria. Lawmakers said the issue is too sensitive to ignore, but must be handled with caution. National Assembly correspondent Aniete Patrick reports.
The upper chamber has signaled its intention to address the comments credited to U.S. President Donald Trump, claiming that Christians are being targeted in Nigeria. During plenary, President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, said the Senate will wait for the federal government to issue its official position before making any pronouncements.
This time, the Senate President of Nigeria did not answer President Trump. And then that the quotation is meant to cause diplomatic row. It is the presidency that will answer President Trump. And all Nigerians are doing their best in that direction. But who is that person that will go and ascribe a comment to the Senate President when he was never met?
Akpabio stressed that he is not in a position to personally respond to Trump, describing the statement as one with many diplomatic implications. He also cautioned that Nigeria's security challenges must be understood from multiple perspectives, noting the importance of unity in a country as diverse as Nigeria. His remarks, however, drew a swift reaction from his deputy.
I'm coming. Don't be scared. I can see.
I said
I'm not scared of Trump. I will say my mind.
President or a country be scared?
I'm a Nigerian.
Nigeria is a sovereign nation. I'm a parliamentarian. I'm a deputy senate president. I can speak on behalf of Nigeria. I'm not scared of Trump.
But
So
do not allow others to
Mr.
speak for you.
President. Don't be scared of Trump.
Get
you
something.
can say your mind about Trump.
Get something.
We are a sovereign nation.
But get something. Don't allow people to ascribe what you did not say to you.
Did you wrong, but you didn't say it. That's correct. You didn't say it.
Yes.
But
what
you
I'm
decide
saying
to say,
is that
you shouldn't be scared of saying anything.
no. If you want me to say it now, I will try to say.
We're not scared of Trump.
I will say, but then listen.
We're a sovereign nation. We're not scared of
I
Trump.
can only say what is discussed.
And he's saying lies about our country. What he's saying about our country is not correct. And we have the right to dispute what he said.
As the chamber prepares for a full debate, the issue is already stirring conversations on Nigeria's international image, religious tensions, and the responsibility of public officials in shaping national narratives. The Senate is expected to take up the matter once the federal government communicates its official stance. From the National Assembly, Annie Patrick reporting for Global TV News.
You're watching the live broadcast of News Cycle. When News Cycle returns, Zohran Mamdani wins mayoral race. Details coming shortly, plus business and sports stories on the other side of this break. Please stay with us. You're welcome back from that break, and now to business news, where indigenous contractors across Nigeria have taken to the streets of Abuja to protest the non-payment of funds owed to them by the federal government. Ramsey Enoch Agbo has the details.
Fair in Abuja as members of the Indigenous Contractors Association of Nigeria staged a peaceful protest over the non-payment of monies owed to them for various government projects executed across the country. The chairman of the association expressed disappointment over the government's failed promise since 2024. He lamented that most of the contractors are in deep financial distress because of the loans taken to execute this contract.
The budget that Mr. President signed into law, the appropriation budget to 2024, all MDAs, ministry, agencies and all that we did job for, and they've commissioned most of these projects. And contractors that they've paid is not up to 15 or 20% as we speak. And most of us borrowed money, funds from different financial institutions, different banks. Even there are some of our friends that came from US, UK and all that, that has credit facilities in those countries. Now they can't even go back. Their integrity is eroded.
Some of the protesting contractors also spoke to Global TV News, narrating how the prolonged non-payment has affected their operations and livelihoods.
As soon as our payment is we get our payment, what are we doing on the streets? And we will continue to demand for our money. We have tried. One of our members yesterday was supposed to be in the protests. He was held in the police station all through because of the payments that he's supposed to make to his debtor. Up to now, we are still having issues. One of our members fainted yesterday while going back home because we could not get results. Now he's in the hospital. So we will continue being on the streets until the government hired us.
Another contractor said their staff have gone months without salaries. Therefore, many companies are on the verge of collapse.
Presently now, I've been trying to pay for over 8 months. I've been paying my workers, borrowing money from different sources. But I've retrenched all my workers. At least I've retrenched about 6 of them. I have 8 workers. I just have 2 presently working for me. And by the end of this month, if we don't get our payment, most of them will still go.
The cry is coming as a result of the loan taken by some of these contractors who are unable to pay these loans because the federal government have not paid them. And they are now running helter-skelter to see that this money is being paid. Ramsey Enoch Agbo reporting for Global TV News.
Still talking business, the Controller General of the Nigerian Customs Service, Adewale Adeniyi, says customs across Africa must play a greater role in driving continental integration and boosting intra-African trade. Speaking at a strategic meeting with the Secretary General, African Continental Free Trade Area, Wankele Mene, on efforts to enhance trade relations within the continent, Adeniyi emphasized that customs administration have a vital role in promoting economic prosperity and development across Africa. Business correspondent Kikelomo Okere has more.
Recent data from the National Bureau of Statistics indicates that as of 2024, Africa has become Nigeria's largest export destination, a clear sign of growing regional trade. At a joint meeting with the Comptroller General of the Nigerian Customs Service, Adewale Adeniyi, and the Secretary General of the African Continental Free Trade Area, Adeniyi emphasized that the success of the trade agreement depends on collaboration among key stakeholders to boost intra-African trade and drive economic growth. Adeniyi therefore called for stronger institutional framework to ensure the custom operations are better integrated into existing continental structures.
Only the existing structure which the Secretariat has created, bringing together all heads of customs administration, also needed to be strengthened so that once we institutionalize customs part, we will be able to situate it and let it operate within the existing structure which the Secretariat has created.
The Nigerian Customs Service reaffirmed its commitment to supporting the AfCFTA agenda by promoting compliance among small businesses and export-oriented enterprises. The African Continental Free Trade Area Secretary General Wamkele Mene says partnership with the Customs Administration and the private sector is critical to realizing Africa's economic integration goals. He noted that the Nigerian customs authorities are central to implementation of AfCFTA, particularly in area of data collection and statistics gathering, which are vital for measuring the true impact of the agreement.
Our private meeting, customs authorities are at the heart of implementation of the AfCFTA, so it is expected that we collaborate for implementation. And finally,
the Secretary General also stressed the importance of structured engagement with private sector, saying it will help address trade challenges such as infrastructure deficit, high logistic costs, and currency conversion barriers. With sustained collaboration between Nigerian customs, the AfCFTA Secretariat, and the private sectors, stakeholders believes Africa is on the course to achieving deeper integration and shared prosperity through trade. Kikelomo Okere, Global Television News.
And now to the foreign scene, where it was a busy night in the United States where Democrats are celebrating a series of victories in key elections widely seen as bellwether referendum on Trump's second term as president. In the biggest and most widely publicized election of them all, New York elected its youngest mayor in a decade. Zohran Mamdani, self-styled as Trump's worst nightmare, won decisively. Idikon Michael reports.
It was not the show President Donald Trump wanted to see. America's off-season election special starred Zohran Mamdani and the supporting cast counted a Democrat who won electoral contests across the country. Mamdani's victory places him as the first Muslim to hold the office of New York mayor. In his fiery acceptance speech, Mamdani is talking tough.
New York will remain a city of immigrants, a city built by immigrants, powered by immigrants, and as of tonight, led by an immigrant. So hear me, President Trump, when I say this. To get to any of us, you will have to get through all of us.
His victory feels big for him and his political movement. His left-wing politics and the promises on affordability chimed with a body of people who feel disenfranchised from politics, whatever the party. Mamdani hit on the formula that worked for Trump, albeit at the other end of the political spectrum. He focused relentlessly on the cost of living affordability in unaffordable New York City, and a delivered populist appeal is the biggest beast in the party, now too big for the old guard to ignore. Edikan Michael reporting for Global TV News.
Now talking sports, where the Lagos State Sports Commission has unveiled a groundbreaking partnership with Abia Rangers Football Club, a renowned community football institution in the United Kingdom, marking a new era in grassroots football development in Nigeria. Under the strategic alliance, Abia Rangers FC will collaborate with the Lagos State Sports Commission to implement a robust 7-pillar framework focused on talent development, coaching enhancement, sports science, community engagement, policy support, resource mobilization, and infrastructure growth. Speaking at the official unveiling, Director General of the Lagos State Sports Commission, Lekon Fatodun, described the partnership as a landmark step in Lagos' mission to build a sustainable and inclusive sports ecosystem in Nigeria. Now that's it on News Cycle. A quick reminder that Global Television is on DSTV, channel 365, and on Star Times, channel 276. Kindly follow us across all social media platforms, now showing on your screen, using at Global TV NG. I am Mukhtar Kasim, saying a very big thank you for watching.